Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on Java. Today's tutorial I'm going to continue my discussion on the I/O, and today I'm going to talk about the character streams. As I said before, that the character streams are good to do the input and output operations if you do have a file that has the characters. So for most applications, I/O with the character stream is no more complicated than the I/O with the byte streams. Input and output done with the stream classes automatically, translates the local cat set or the local character set. But if you'd like to do the internationalization, then you can do that as well. So for the character stream, we have the root class is called the reader class and the writer class. Reader, and then we have the writer class. And from the name itself, you can understand the reader is what? The reader is reading from a file, and the writer is to write to a file. Okay, now let's get into the code, and you can see that it's just kind of like same as we have seen for the byte streams or the file input stream. So you can see that I have defined a file reader, okay, which is coming from the reader class, and then we have a file writer which is also coming from the writer class, and then I have my input stream, and this is how I have created the new instance of the file reader, and here you have to put the file path. Okay, and for the output stream as well, we are going to have the file path, which is going to be a string, and we define it over here, and then we are doing what? We are just outputting it. Okay, and again, whenever we reach at the end of the file, it's going to give me -1, so that means I break from the loop, and then the next thing that we have to do is the closing of the input stream and the output stream. This is very important that we need to always do. And if you run it, I don't have any file path over here, and if you run it, you can see that whatever the file you have put over here will be copied to this file path. Okay, so now another good thing about the character streams is that you can do the wrapping of the input stream with the reader class. So how do we do that? So let's take an example that we would like to define. Let me change the color and put stream, file input stream, and then we put the path. Okay, and then we are going to define a reader class, and new input reader, and then we pass on this one. Okay, so in this case, what is happening, that we are wrapping this input stream. So we are wrapping this input stream inside the input stream reader. Okay, and then how do we do the data reading? Is that int data equals read, and then while -1, the same thing, we're going to do char data, and then okay. So you can see that this example first creates a file input stream. So we can see that this is doing what? It is creating a file input stream first and then wraps it in input stream reader, okay, and wraps that within the input stream reader. Okay, so the first thing that we are doing the byte reading or the connection is through this input stream, okay, and then the reader thing or the new input stream reader is basically doing the character reading. Okay, so this is another way of doing stuff, and this is perfectly okay. And then we have to remember that we need to close our connection. So we have to close this connection, input stream reader dot close. Okay, so we have to write input okay. Another thing, you can see that the data is coming as an int, but we'd like to convert that to a char value. Okay, and how do we do that? We are going to do a casting. Okay, so we are doing an explicit casting, and the data that is being returned from the read, it's then casted as a char value. Okay, and whenever we are actually the end of the file, we're going to get a -1, and whenever we're getting the -1, that means the loop is done and we have to get out from the loop. Okay, now let's see that we would like to add a new char type. Okay, so how do we do that? So we're going to do it like this. And we put the file name, and then we are saying that input stream reader equals new input stream reader, and then we have to pass on this input stream because we are wrapping, and then we can mention the char set dot for name, and then we have to pass on what type of coding we are going to do, and UTF-8. Okay, so that's it. So this is an optional, you don't need to write it. If you don't write it, that means that's the default char set. But if you'd like to mention the char set, this is the way that we are going to do. Okay, so that's all about our character stream. Thank you.